Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to speak on Abde, right? Because yesterday's game, which was between Barcelona and Espanyol, Barcelona did win 1-0 and it was a very important win for many reasons. It was because it was Xavi's first game in charge. It was also because it was a derby, and so this was a match where many were anticipating great things to happen. And the one player that did stood out within this game was Abde. I mean, like, look, there was many players that stood out within this game, but Abde was one of the most surprising ones. But before we go further into this video, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is the best football app you could find within the App Store when it comes to the latest transfer news, the daily news, anything that you do want to follow regarding your favorite player or your favorite club or your team or any international team. All of that is going to be compact within the OneFootball app. And for those of you guys who are in the UK, one of the best new features that the OneFootball app does carry, it is having La Liga highlights within the app. So if you guys do want to find any highlights regarding Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Valencia, whichever club you do desire, the OneFootball app will be having that and right inside your phone. So the link is going to be in the description box down below. By clicking that link, you guys will be able to support me and this YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated. But now let's get back into the video. And just to give you guys a quick backstory on who this player is, he is someone who is 19 years old. He transferred to Barcelona on August 2021, so about 3 to 4 months ago, and he only came to Barcelona to do one thing, and that was to reinforce the B team. And Barcelona paid 2 million for this player. So again, the only reason why Abde even came to Barcelona was to play in the B team. But the fact that we are sitting here today and watching him play with the first team, and the fact that he played not only just for the first team, but he performed at such a great level, this is something that really does interest me a lot, because Xavi did not call this player just because he wanted to. Xavi did not call this player just because he said, I'm just going to be testing out this player. The reason why Xavi called in this player is because he believes that there is something very special about this kid here. Because in this game against Espanyol, he needed a right winger. He could have gone for so many other B players or someone like Youssef Demir. But no, Xavi chose to use a player that did come to Barcelona on August 2021. Someone who is not familiar with the way that Barcelona should be playing. And so Abde came in the second half, right? And that is where he did start. He did play a total of 45 minutes. And within that 45-minute time span, Abde, he did this. If we look at these stats here, I want us to focus on two things, because these numbers are great, and I want us to focus on number one, the dribbles attempted, and number two, the ground duels. If we look at the dribbles attempts, he has given out a total of 8 dribbles and 6 of them were successful. Now looking at the ground duels, he has given out 13 ground duels and 10 of them were successful. And let me tell you guys, these type of numbers, they are impressive. These type of numbers, this is what makes a right winger so dangerous. These are the type of numbers that Xavi has been wanting to see from a winger in Barcelona, and he brought that. Abde brought that. Xavi knows that he does want a winger within his squad that is capable to be a constant threat, to bring in as many dribble attempts, to bring in a lot of ground duels, and Abde did exactly that. This is exactly what we have been missing at Barcelona. And to look at these numbers, right, to see how young he is, to see that he has only been at Barcelona for about 2 or 3 months, this is showing that he is confident, that he has high work rate, he is not intimidated by any opposition, and he does want to make every game count. And there were many moments within those 45 minutes where it surprised many people. Mostly it was that one play where he took down 2 players by only doing 1 touch. That is the type of playing style that we would see coming from Brazilian Ronaldo. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to be comparing this player to a Brazilian Ronaldo here. Like, it's very clear that this player is inspired by the Brazilian Ronaldo, but again, I'm not making no comparisons. I'm not saying that this is a player that is considered as the next big thing, a player that Barcelona should be building around. What I'm trying to say is this: his playing style is something that's very attractive. Many people and many fans love the way that he was displaying his style on the pitch. Everybody does like his work ethic, and just seeing his determination to succeed with Barcelona. The only right thing to do with this player is to continue to develop and test this player in the first team, not in Barcelona B, not in Juvenil A, but in the first team, because his potential is huge. Of course, he's not a finished product yet. I do think that his best attribute, it is going to be the dribbling, because that, it is his best weapon. His mentality is also something that many of us should appreciate. And the two things that I would say this player needs to work on would be his passing and his finishing. Pointing out those two things really does show us, right, that this player here, he is not coming from the academy. He is not nurtured through the academy. The fact that he has trouble passing the ball or trouble finishing those plays, it just shows you that this is a different player, that he is not coming from what Xavi went through or Nico went through or even Ansu Fati. And that is why the only right thing to do with this player is to continue to test him in the first team. I do not want to see this player go back into the B team, because the fact that he can perform in this way to show confidence, to show the mentality, to show that he's willing to dribble 99% of the time, seeing his verticality on the field, there is no reason to put him back into the B team. I do believe that the best idea to tackle this situation under Xavi Hernandez would be this. In about 4 to 5 months, when Ansu and Dembele are healthy, I would like to see Ansu Fati and Dembele start 90% of the time, and then have players like ILIAS and Abde, which is the player that we are talking about today, to come in the 60th minute or in the 70th minute, because it is clear that we cannot always count on players like Ansu or Dembele. We want to preserve their energy. We want to use other players, other alternatives, other solutions, and these players that I am naming here tonight in this video, they are the answers. But let's shift this conversation just for a moment, right? Because in these next 3 games, maybe 2 games or maybe 4 games, but these next 2 or 3 games or 4 games, Ansu Fati and Dembele will not be present because of injury. Now, I know that Dembele may be fit for the next game, but I just do not see Dembele starting or playing like 90 minutes within these next 2 or 3 games. So because Dembele and Ansu Fati are basically almost ruled off to not play, I strongly believe that Abde could be the answer to start on that position, whether it's the left wing or the right wing. I do not see Serginho Dest starting on the right wing. I do believe that Xavi will use Dest on the right back position. I just do not see Mingueza continuing to start on the right back position, because in the previous game against Espanyol, he was almost a disaster. He almost cost us goals, but that's going to be a whole other different conversation, because again, I just do not see Dest playing as a right winger in exchange for Abde. Abde will be starting and playing on that right wing in the meantime, while Ansu and Dembele are not there. Now, another thing that I do want to point out is this. On Tuesday, right, to be more specific, on Tuesday between Barcelona and Benfica, this is going to be a game where we must win in order for us to have some security to go into the next round. But in this game, ILIAS and Abde will not be participating at all, and that is because they have their own reasons. As for ILIAS, it is said here, according to Alberto Rogue, that he will be suspended for the game versus Benfica because of his red card that he received with the UEFA Youth League. And then as for Abde, the reason why he cannot play is because he has also explained he is not registered in the Champions League and don't meet the requirements of at least 2 years at the club. And so now, seeing that we're not going to be having Ansu, nor Dembele, nor ILIAS, nor Abde, Xavi is going to have so much to think about in that match between Barcelona and Benfica on how to handle this situation. Because look, is Xavi going to be using another B player, grab another player that we do not know, or maybe he could give a chance towards a player like Youssef Demir? Most likely by tomorrow on Monday, maybe in the afternoon or in the morning, maybe we could see an answer towards that on who Xavi does bring during training, maybe someone that we do not know yet, or maybe we could see Xavi train Demir and add more emphasis on this player in order for him to be ready for that match against Benfica. But those are going to be my thoughts on the player Abde. I think that this is a massive talent, but I also do not believe that he is a world-class talent yet. He's going to have to show so much more consistency if he wants to get into that conversation. But that is basically going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.